Well, ladies and gentlemen, Stacey Abrams, there's been some videos come out of her, and I'll be dealing with her and Raphael Warnock this week because it's very important. I know Atlanta is one of the cities that do watch, our platform. And definitely shout out to YouTube because, I have been telling YouTube for a minute they need to break down the cities that's actually watching us. And that way we'll know, like, we want to, maybe do something in certain cities, or we want to do advertising in certain cities, whatever. Like, why would you waste money in places that, people aren't watching you? So Atlanta, on my platform is about number 4 on the list of the top 5 cities that watch us. So we're looking at Stacey Abrams. Now, of course, she ran, in the past, it was a tight race and she lost that election. A lot of people, in the black community, especially our brothers, are saying, listen, we're not voting for y'all because y'all don't have nothing for us. Nothing. I mean, the days of just putting sisters on programs that keep the sisters in poverty, and that's not wrong. That's completely wrong. Entitlement programs, whatever. What is it doing for black men? The reason why the black community is in the shape it's in is because this country makes sure to sabotage black men, their progress every step of the way. If your men are down, your community are down, period. It don't matter what community you come from. If the men are down, the community is down, because what they try to do is they've been playing this game. And I'm glad a lot of, our, sisters, and brothers have woke up to this game. Well, let's try to put the sisters on programs and give them a few little token jobs, and let's have this matriarchy. And now you see sisters all over the place say, wait a minute, what the hell is this? This stuff ain't working. We need family again like we had before. We were stronger when we had our 2-parent household, the man leading the household. Like, man, this is not working. So the Democrats, they need our dysfunction. They feed off of emotion. They like to play on black people's emotion. And unfortunately, it still kind of work a little bit because, when you tell a black person that, look, the Democrats aren't really doing much for black people, then the first thing you say in response is, well, what the Republicans are going to do? Nothing. I don't expect anything out of them until I see a policy. But you know what? If somebody's not going to do nothing for me, they don't deserve my vote, period. Just because the other side not going to do nothing don't mean I'm going to give the vote to the one that's not doing this. And the one that you've been giving your vote to is the one you should be expecting something from. So if you're not doing nothing, the other side not doing nothing, guess what I'm going to do? I'm not giving my vote to now one of y'all until you give me a policy. So Stacey Abrams, she, as you see on the screen, this is her policy for the black men's agenda. And we want to go through it. Now, I will say this. I haven't had a chance to even go through this. It's going to be in real time for me. So let's check it out. I will point out the disrespectful language if I see it. So it says policy, black men's agenda. There she goes, Stacey Abrams. All right. Black men deserve leadership that sees them, serves them, and believes in them. I'm committed to investing in black men, their families, and their businesses by leveraging Georgia's $5 billion surplus, a plan that economists agree will not raise taxes. Okay, fine. Economic security. Provide capital and contract opportunities for black small businesses. Establish a $10 million small business investment fund. Eliminate fees and red tape to start your own business. Increase purchasing from black-owned businesses by state entities. Allow multiple small companies to jointly bid on state contracts as a prime contractor. Close the gap between there we go. Disrespectful language. Point 1. Between minority and non-minority business revenues is 6 to 8 years. No. The language is supposed to say close the gap between black men or the black community, but definitely black men's business, and non-black business. How about that? Black male business and non-black business. Now, it's supposed to be remember, it's supposed to be the black men's agenda, and here she go already putting minority in there. So minority doesn't mean black men. It means everybody. Disrespectful, Stacey. Disrespectful. Create a 5 million family farms initiative to aid, small and micro farms and financing. Put money back in your pockets. A tax rebate for everyone. Disrespect number 2. Everyone. This is supposed to be for black men. If I see the term minority, if I see the term everyone, you're disrespecting black men. You're disrespecting the black community, because black women depend on black men to be gainfully employed, to do for their families, and other people who are married to black men outside of black women as well. I'm just keeping it 100. Black men need to support their families. Okay. And this everyone crap, that's not black men. In wage theft and misclassification, treating employees as independent contractors, enforcing unemployment regulations in cooperation with Labor Commission. I mean, that's something that you should do, period. Right? Okay. Let's go to the health care and housing. Expand Medicaid. Adults making $9 an hour or less will be eligible for health insurance, non-crisis mental health, and substance abuse treatment. They say we'll create 64,000 good-paying jobs across the state. What are these jobs in the health care industry? What are they? Support first-time home owners and provide financial education. Create a permanent fund to finance property tax deferments for working-class households facing rapidly rising property taxes caused by out-of-state buyers and gentrification. This is everybody. In healthcare and housing, what would you actually be doing for black men here? Seriously. If you want to help black men, you would say healthcare, okay, and start it here. The state will help fund black men that want to become doctors in the state of Georgia. We'll give them, incentives for that, to become a doctor, to become a radiologist, to become a nurse, something, right, to help black men, because we don't have enough black men in those fields. The housing, right? Okay, I get it. I mean, black people, need houses. Whatever, but that's still an everybody situation right here. This has nothing to do with black men. Stacey's striking out already. Education and job training. Increase funding to public schools and decrease over-disciplining black children. Public schools have failed. And this school to prison pipeline, what you mean you're going to decrease over-disciplining of black children? What is going to be the punishment for it? Create 20,000 apprenticeships, including construction, entertainment, and advanced energy. Okay. And is that going to go directly to black men? That doesn't say anything that's going to go directly to black men. It just say you're going to create something. Restore free technical college. Okay. That sounds like that's for everybody. Expand access to hope and fund needed based. It's aid. It's for higher education, particularly HBCUs. This hasn't addressed a single freaking thing for black men. Not at all. Let's go to the next one. Criminal justice and public safety. Focus law enforcement resources on serious violent crime. Support legislation to decriminalize marijuana and end poverty-based criminal penalties. Repeal extreme gun laws, including criminal carry, and close loopholes. Restore diversion programs and reentry programs to support housing, health care, and employment. So that's something you're doing for everybody. That has nothing to do with black men. Hold law enforcement accountable. Require accountability for law enforcement and correctional officers. Track officers with records of bad behavior and prevent them from getting new jobs. Create state guidelines that address use of force, de-escalation, and crisis intervention. Once again, oh God, what did that has to do with black men? That's for everybody. Okay? You putting all this on a black, remember, this is supposed to be the black men agenda, folks. This is supposed to be the black men agenda. And this is all she come up with, black men. This is nothing. This is nothing. There's a lot of black men that's homeless. You're not addressing homelessness for black men, how to get these people off the streets. You're not addressing that. You want to talk about apprenticeships. Why would you create 20,000? There's more black men in Atlanta than 20,000 black men. Why don't you say you're going to pay for them to go to school to become a plumber, to become a carpenter, to become an electrician, skilled trades. You'll pay for them to get their CDL. They can start driving trucks and doing things in the state of Georgia. Why aren't you focusing on that? I'm just saying, to get black men gainfully employed. The more black men that are employed, the better. But she's not addressing anything like this. Okay, and brothers and sisters, you supposed to vote for her. That's who you're supposed to vote for? Her. It's interesting. Now, there was a video the other day, Stacey Abrams, the brother wanted to ask her about reparations. And Stacey Abrams, they said she was heading to Chick-fil-A. Boy, she was getting it. I don't know if y'all seen that video. But let's go ahead and cue that video up real quick.
That's right, y'all.
Hey, excuse me. I'll talk to you right quick. How you feel about us getting reparations?
I'm sorry?
How you feel about black Americans getting reparations? You said no reparations?
Stacey, she had to get to that Chick-fil-A, but boy, she ran off. Now, some people said she said no. I couldn't hardly hear her say anything if she did say it. But the fact is, she was dismissive. She didn't. But this is supposed to be the woman that won't black men vote. You couldn't stop 2 seconds to discuss reparations, but no, we don't talk about reparations. We don't talk about that whatsoever. If any brothers vote for Stacey Abrams, you get what you deserve. I'm just being honest with you. You get what you deserve. I'm not telling you to vote for. I'm not telling you not to, because I have to walk a fine line with that on these platforms. So I don't think I'm gonna tell you is you know what the black men's agenda is, which isn't much or nothing. You've seen it with your own 2 eyes. It's nothing for black men at all. It just sound real good in this paragraph. Sound great. But then once you start getting down to the nitty gritty, it's no. This is not an agenda for you. This is everybody. And the moment she screwed up is when she put minority in there. And when she put the word everyone in here, that's when she screwed up. So this is nothing but just to keep y'all quiet, to get y'all to show up for them. That's it. See, this is a new day. See, what they're not used to is us taking the time to actually go to their websites and actually read. Just read. See, they used to say that if you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book, or you can put it online or wherever. But we read today. We enjoy reading. Reading is fundamental. We want to be informed. And this is what y'all don't like about, in the mainstream media, don't like about us online, is that we give people information in real time. People can get ahead of the game. They ain't got to wait for you to lie to them. We going directly to the source of what you have put up here, your agenda. And you don't have an agenda for black men. This is some Democrat talking points to play games with black men and get y'all to go vote for people who's not even going to do anything for you. Once again, I don't want y'all to vote at all for people that's not going to do anything for you. I'm not going to vote for anybody that's not going to do nothing for me. If you have nothing for me, I don't care what party you are. If you have nothing for me, then I'm not going to waste my time. I'm just being saying how I feel. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to reward you when you're doing nothing for me, but I sit up here and watch people like you do everything for everybody else. When you have something for Asians, you make sure it's for Asians and you don't back off. If it's something for Hispanics, you give it to them. You don't back off. Something for white folks, you give it to them. You don't back off. When it comes to black folks, black men, at least we talking about right now, and don't let them play them scare tactics on y'all. Well, what the Republicans gonna do? The same thing the Democrats gonna do. Nothing. That's what you tell them. That's how you shut them down. Nothing. They haven't promised us nothing either. So you mean to tell me that, okay, well, I mean, at least they're a little better. How are they better? Well, they're not going to call you mean names. Man, we grew up in America. We've been called names all our lives. What are you talking about? Who cares? And some people, what they like to do, some people would do this. Some people say, you know what, I'm not giving nobody my vote, and that's just the end of it. Some people may even do a protest vote. They can do that too, just so they can get it on paper that, oh, we came out, but we made sure not to vote for you. But if you don't want to go through all that, because period, you know what I'm saying, you don't reward any side. Say, well, shoot, man, I'm chilling, bro. I ain't worried about that. You don't have nothing for me, so what's the point? And when they tell you, oh, black men, you're being selfish, you are straight on that. Yes, we have to be selfish because people will treat you how you allow them to treat you. If you sit up here and reward people, because a vote is a reward. If you reward a politician with your vote and they don't do nothing for you, then it's your own fault. They're treating you the way you see. White folks don't put up with that. White folks is say, oh, no. You're going to do something for me. You're going to do something for me. And if not, we not voting for you. Every group feels that way. But black people, you're shamed. You're told what's wrong with you. Listen, you can't throw that ancestor thing on me. You can't tell me this one died and that one died. That don't work on me. It don't work. It don't. So y'all can just quit that. I mean, it doesn't work on me. I live in 2022. What my ancestors went through, that's what they went through in their time period. Right now, I got to carry the torch. And none of my ancestors would tell me to reward y'all for not doing nothing for us. They didn't fight and quote unquote die for us just to do performative voting. And performative voting is just going to do it and not getting nothing out of it. No, they wanted to vote so they can get something out of it. You understand? That's the purpose of them wanting to vote. They would not be supporting performative voting. We sit up there going vote and everybody else is benefiting. Hell no. Why are we going out and voting and everybody else is benefiting? No. If we don't get nothing out of it, then no. I'm not gonna sit up here and watch immigrants get everything at this party. Watch the Asians get crime bills. I mean, hate crime bills. Watch Ukrainians getting money. The Afghanistan people that came over here, they didn't got some money. Different Hispanic groups are getting money. They doing things for them. Arab people, all these different people getting something out of that Democrat Party. But they only getting power because of our votes. So we carry the load for all these other groups. And then at the same time, these other groups don't even like us like that, respect us like that. Then they got the nerve to have anti-black racism when because of our votes is why they getting ahead with this Democrat Party. So we have, seen how these other groups have had the anti-black racism. So why in the hell we rewarding them other groups too? We not getting nothing, and our votes is benefiting all those other groups. It's time for everybody to, deal with their own issues and problems. See, black America, we have to worry about ourselves for a change. We have done enough for everybody. We have done enough. We have sacrificed. We have fought. We have voted. We did everything for everybody else. It is time for black folks to be selfish like everybody else is. It's time for us to only care about us and what we got going on, because nobody's coming to help us. Nobody. What other groups have reciprocated in a collective sense to help black America? What groups? They only show up when they could benefit. And that's fine. We was the silly ones. I'm not mad at them. We were silly. Our people were silly. Our people thought that, well, because in their mind, they thought, well, we could have a camaraderie with these other groups, because, hey, the people would treat them, discriminatory too. So we could probably be on the same page. And no, that's not what it was. They came in here and wanted to be, close with the white supremacists. And some of their countries where they come from, they have this anti-black sentiment too. So we get it. We understand it. We live in the information age. We're not even mad about it. We get it. But what we're saying today is, no, we're looking out for ourselves. And if you're going to disrespect us with this black men's agenda, Stacey Abrams, then brothers just, let's say they're good. How you going to start off a thing talking about black men this, black men that, and then not even get all down here far enough and you talking about minority and everyone? Please. Brothers in Georgia that's watching, and sisters too, don't let Stacey Abrams get y'all like this. Don't let her do that. I mean, because this is outright disrespectful, and we have to stop them from disrespecting us like this. And they still gonna stay on it now. Don't think they gonna get the message even after these midterms. Oh no, they still gonna be on it. But we got to show them every election cycle to stop disrespecting us. Period. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the podcast. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. That way we post another podcast. Make sure you click the like button. It's very important. And we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you on the next one.